All right, we are back together for episode 3 of
South Bay Yesterday.
This is really just a video where me and my pals that grew up together in this great city tell some stories about some of the places that are no longer with us. Now today's, fellas, is a very sentimental episode because this place actually really is almost really just yesterday, because it was around and just until the middle of this past year. And of course I am talking about Carrows.
Carrows cares.
Carrows cares.
This building right here.
This place was like, for those of you remember Happy Days, they used to always go back to Arnolds at the end of the day to hang out, and this was our hangout. No matter what we did, right? Whatever we did, movie or going Disneyland or Magic Mountain or whatever, doesn't matter what time it is, at the end of the night, we come back here to Carrows, right? Christmas Day, Thanksgiving.
They were always open.
That's right. They were always open 24 hours a day. And that's why we love Carrows. So before I go any further, let me introduce some of the guys again. To my right, the big G, Lane Wakuda, B. Brian Yamada from Nevada. Of course, my pal Yoshimano. And for the very first time. For the very first time. Us. Yungia George Park, the Shohei Baba, is back for this episode. So, this what kind of memories did this have for you guys? Lane, what are some of the memories you have about Carrows?
Like food-wise, or just either.
Hanging
out here?
Yeah, just hanging out. What were some of the things?
Yeah, just coming here. Kind of looking forward to Carrows. After kind of that nightcap, right? So just coming here and I don't know, the late night meal.
Yeah.
I don't know. We didn't eat dinner, I guess, when
we did
earlier, because we
did. And
then we just come here at at midnight or whenever and eat a full meal, another full meal, I guess.
That's right. That was good. In fact, if I remember correctly, this is where you had your first date. Was at Carrows. Is that right?
I don't remember.
Yoshi, what do you remember? What do you remember, Yoshi, about?
Who was it?
About Carrows? I think you remember.
Seriously?
I think you remember.
Jog my memory.
She's probably watching, so maybe she doesn't want to.
Yeah, who was it? Can you tell us the name?
Seriously,
No one's gonna
tell
know.
me.
I have pictures of it, so I know what happened. Yoshi, what are your memories of Carrows?
Well, I think it's because it's right across the street from our church, and
Right.
it's open 24 hours.
That's right.
So I think that made it really conducive, to just gather
Just
together.
walk over, right?
Walk over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after whatever church ministry fellowship, they would just end up here,
Yeah.
and have a meal together.
Yeah, total hangout place. Always. What about you, Brian? What did you think of? What are some of your memories of Carrows?
Well, Lane said late night, and then it wasn't always late night. Sometimes it was early morning, to be honest. So sometimes I remember being here at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
or even then, and just hanging out. And a lot of memories of the food, but it's a hangout. You always see somebody else here.
Yeah, that's right.
We got to know the waitresses.
That's right. What was the waitress's name?
We said some good ones. Supatra. Right?
Supatra. That's right.
Had some great people taking care of us here.
That's right.
Just being with you guys, it's great memories.
What's funny is I saw Supatra years later, right? I mean, we saw her from the time we were in junior high. And then I ran into her somewhere in my mid-20s, just walking down here on Redondo Beach, and she recognized me, and I said, Supatra. I said hi to her, and she was surprised. I said, do you remember me from when I used to come in? And she says, oh yeah. I said, you're not there anymore, right? Oh yeah, I'm not there anymore. And she goes, you look so different. I didn't notice you at first. You look so different. And I said, why? I look the same. She said, no. You were just a little boy then, but you're a man now. That's what she said. No, not like that though.
You're a man
No,
now.
not like that.
No,
She didn't say you're a man now,
Man
baby.
now.
No.
I thought she would have said something like you gained a lot of weight. Right?
No, no,
No,
no.
that would have been if it was
no,
10
no.
years after that.
Oh,
that
no,
you-
you're a lot bigger now.
George, what are some of your memories of Carrows?
I have a lot of good memories actually. This is where we came after I got installed into my club at Gardena 2. And it was like 3 or 4 in the morning.
And what club was that, George, that you were part of?
Nights of Gardena. But I think the one thing I remember from here is I learned how to drink coffee black.
That's right.
Because
That's right.
for some reason all the waitresses always had their little coffee pot everywhere they went.
That's
They
right.
were walking around. And so if my glass or my mug got half empty, they would just automatically fill it up.
Oh yeah.
So I always had to make my coffee, and I got tired of it, and so I just started drinking it black.
And
So
plus,
it's like-
one of your closest friends kept telling you, stop putting all that cream and sugar in it, because that's not
That's
how
right.
that's not how you're supposed to drink it.
So now I drink coffee only black. So I guess it's Carrows.
Thanks
that
to
actually
Carrows.
helped to do that. So.
Did you also have your first date here?
No, I didn't do that stuff back then.
No, you did. You had dates in those days, you know.
No.
Yeah. In fact, there was someone who worked at Harry's that you took out to a dance. Remember?
No,
when
I don't remember that at all.
Anyways,
We're talking about Carrows. We're not talking about Harry's. Okay? Let's not bring up those numbers.
yeah. So, you know, one of my memories of Carrows, I don't know if you guys remember this, but we were at Magic Mountain, and back in those days, Magic Mountain closed at 1 a.m. And Bri and I were the two drivers that night. And I remember telling Bri, when we were leaving Magic Mountain, I said, I am so tired right now. I'm so sleepy that unless we get home in about 30 or 35 minutes, I'm going to fall asleep at the wheel. So I said, I'm going to drive about as fast as I can. So just get behind me and just follow me home, and I'll get us home in 30 minutes. Do you remember that, Brian?
I remember that.
And I must have been going, what, about 85, 90 miles an hour?
You must have, because we made it.
We made it home in 30 minutes from Magic Mountain to
Well, and then you came here.
we came here to Carrows at 2 in the morning.
You were so
I'm
tired.
so-
that
I'm
you
so
came to Carrows.
tired.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
so tired.
yeah. Well, I was saying I could only make it here,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
But, you
yeah,
know,
right.
so we did, and then we ate a nice, huge dinner, and then we went right to bed at 2:33 in the morning. So
I also remember one time me and Gary came to Carrows 13 straight days. I have
That's
no
right.
Idea, I have no idea
That's right.
why we did that, but we came 13 straight days.
that's right.
And
That's crazy.
we saw the same guy sitting at the same seat
Yeah, every night.
every single night.
Yeah.
Was that Joe Murto?
Joe
Yeah.
Murto.
Joe Murto.
Yeah, Joe Murto. He looked like this wrestler, Joe Murto. And so every time we'd walk in, we'd go, Joe Murto. You remember that?
He had that long hair.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
long-
right.
Long hair, like down to the.
He was a gardener, I think, right?
Oh, was he?
yeah,
Oh,
I
he was a
remember.
wrestler?
He was both.
I thought
like
he was
that.
a wrestler.
But you know, it wasn't that Carroll's food was so great or anything, right? It wasn't fantastic,
Just
but
central.
this place was open. It was good.
Central.
It was
good.
central. Yeah, it was
It
good.
was open.
It was open, and that was one thing. Is kind of like Carroll's. We were always open all night as well because we stayed out.
Yeah, up all night.
We were up all night. We had a lot of energy in those days. You know, what was the thing that you used to like to eat, Lane, at Carroll's?
Back then, I would eat beef dip, like everywhere.
Is that
I
the
would have to try the
French
French dip. Yeah.
Hippo chip.
Have to try, no, the French dip.
Should you want to tell that story, Lane? The hippo chip story?
Can you tell it?
Well, one of the waitresses there had a very strong accent.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She had a very strong accent, and
But then, that's right, because there used to be the hickory chipper.
the hickory chipper.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell that story, Lane?
There was the hickory chipper, right? And then, but I wanted the French dip. So I said, can I have the French dip? And she said, the hippo chip? I said, no, the French dip. And
Hippo chip?
No, the French dip. And then, did I get the hickory chip?
Yeah, no.
And then when my order came, it was the hickory chipper.
Oh yeah, you thought she
What?
was saying hip or chip. You thought she was saying hip or chip, and you said hip. And so she brought you the hickory chipper. That's what happened.
That's why I got the hickory.
That's why you got how
But the hickory chipper was good too.
yeah,
It was barbecue sauce, right?
that's right.
Yeah, that's some barbecue sauce on
With
there.
roast beef, I think, right?
Yeah.
What did you like to get, Bri?
Oh man, I wish we had a menu. You know, like
Oh.
I know
I
we
do have a
mentioned
menu.
this, or somebody mentioned this, but they had burgers were decent, right? We used to get the Santa Barbara.
That's right,
Santa
the Santa
Barbara.
Barbara. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
That's right.
That had
Avocado, bacon, right? And
Yeah.
That's right.
cheese and French fries, right? Oh, very good. How about you, George? You remember what you used to get?
I don't actually. I just remember getting coffee.
What about you, Yoshi? What did you used to get, or was there not just one thing that you would get at Carrows?
For some reason, I remember eating like chef salad here. You know?
Chef salad.
Yeah, maybe it was because low on funds, so went for the salad or something. But I also remember eating a lot of desserts. You know, ice
Yeah.
cream and
Yeah.
sundaes and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah, those were actually really cheap too,
Yeah.
huh? The Sundays.
I think that's what.
Yeah, that was
we
good
drank.
stuff.
We did drink a lot of coffee.
We
here.
did. We drank a lot of coffee. Yeah, that's right.
Is this where we learned how to flip the
Yeah,
creams?
that's right.
Like you had the little creamer and you flip it as
Yeah.
many times?
Layton was a world champion cream flipper.
Yeah. I did about maybe like 1,000 in a row. No, I don't know.
Remember that time
Yeah, like 10.
you were trying to shake it until it turned to butter?
Yeah,
You
who
know,
taught
it was
us that one? Is that you get the little creamer and you shake it to make butter.
Yeah, it took
Yeah.
all night though. It was,
But it turned into a little ball of butter. Yeah, it did. I had it with my hickory chip. Yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of memories. This place really is very sentimental. I was so sad when I found out that this
Yeah.
place closed.
It is.
I was driving down Redondo Beach Boulevard and I saw how dark it was and I couldn't believe it. Carrows is out of business? How could that be? So I texted Lane, is Carrows out of business now?
Yeah, and it was like one night it was there, and the next night the lights were out, and then the next day all the signage was gone. It was like very, very fast.
Very
Yeah.
quick, very
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. But I guess you don't miss something until it's gone.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's not
Yeah.
like we've been frequenting this place,
Yeah.
like regularly. But
Yeah.
when you find it's gone, then you just all those memories come back. So,
Well, I mean, literally growing up, was there ever a week that went by that we didn't eat here?
probably not.
I don't think so. I don't think there was ever a week that went by we didn't eat at Carrows. We ate here probably 1,000 times. Not even exaggerating, we probably ate here 1,000 times. So maybe in a year we ate here 1,000 times.
Well, how many days in a row?
14, I think.
14. Yeah, 14 days in a row of eating Santa Barbara. Can you believe that? I ate a Santa Barbara 14 days in a row.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, so crazy. Well, fellas, really miss this place. I know you guys will too. But this is one of the great South Bay memories that we have here. But that's it for this time, and stay tuned for another episode of
South Bay yesterday.